All right, if you're still here, I'm going to assume that you're interested in me and what I have to say. So, here we go. I started streaming on Twitch just as like a little fun thing, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy streaming on Twitch. I enjoy how the VODs come out. I haven't really watched them, so I can't say that they're entertaining the whole way through because it's just too big of a time commitment. I can't watch 3 or 4 hours of my own VOD to make sure that everything is edited right. I do try to edit out all the BRB and like the dead time. I try to edit that stuff out, so there's always something going on for the YouTube VOD. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying Twitch. I want to get back into it. I really want game suggestions. I want to know what you guys want to watch. So don't never be afraid to be like, "Hey, can you play more of this? Can you do this again?" Because chances are, yeah, I can. I just don't know what people want to watch, and I don't know like I just don't know. I don't know what you guys want to watch, so I just play the stuff that I want to play. But if you guys are gonna really miss Gungeon, let me know and we can start working on that again. But if nobody's really gonna miss Gungeon, then I'm not gonna worry about trying to get a new account with Gungeon on it to 100% it. It's, just it doesn't make sense for me because right now I am going into this like this is my full-time job because I lost my job a little while back and this is what I'm doing full time now. Is it smart? No. But right now I'm in a holding pattern in my life. Um I plan on moving out here shortly in a few months. Like sometime this year I want to be moving out. So there's really no point in getting another job when I'm going to quit in 4 months. What's the point of going through the hiring process? What's the point of doing interviews and filling out job applications and then moving away from this area in May or June or at the end of the you know what I'm saying? So if I can make this happen, make YouTube happen, make Twitch happen, it just makes more sense to do that going forward to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. But right now, my savings are gonna get me through. I'm fine. I made a lot of money. I didn't work in the post office, but I worked for the post office as a third party contractor. I made a ton of money the last 3 years. I'm still sitting on that money. I've got sports cards. If you guys don't follow my sports cards channel, you guys are interested in like box openings, pack openings. I can't do too many, just money because simple as that. Like I don't have the money to do it, and it's very expensive now in 2024 to get cards, and everything is you know overinflated, and I'm just not a fan of the sports card hobby anymore. I don't like where the hobby's been going, so I just I don't really buy cards or open cards anymore, but I do have a sports card channel, NMS Sports Cards. Everything I'm trying to keep all the same branding. It just makes more sense to me because NMS plays sports, NMS plays NMS sports cards. So I have 3 channels and they all look the same. They're all me, and it just makes it easier for you guys. Those are my only channels. I have a link tree, link free slash NMS plays. However, I'll link it down below. That's got all my social medias. That's got all of my channels on it. That's got everything you could possibly want to know about me or need to know. So let me say this before we even get into anything. I want to put this out there. I have my PayPal and my Cash App linked on there. I don't expect anybody to donate. Please do not donate if you're unable. It's fine. I don't care. I have it on there and just in case anybody wants to donate because I'm not gonna lie. Everything I've done on YouTube, I have not made a penny off of. All the work, all the time, all the editing, all the views, all the subscribers, everything's great. I haven't made a single penny off of it. And right now, I have no income. I'm not making any money unless I go out and hustle and make that money on my own. And yeah, it's just it sucks. It sucks to put all that time into like leagues. Don't worry. I'm not doing it for the money. It's like a long-term outlook. Am I really going to put this much time into YouTube because I want to try to get ad revenue started on my videos? Am I going to dedicate thousands and thousands and thousands of hours to getting 1,000 subscribers to even apply to get monetized? That's why I'm on Twitch. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm on Twitch because I get my ad revenue from Twitch. When I get a donate, like people can't even subscribe to me or donate to me on YouTube because I don't have 500 subscribers. I don't have 1,000 or 3,000 watch hours or 4,000 watch hours. Like you need all this stuff before you make a dime off of YouTube. And in my honest fucking opinion, it's a joke. It's seriously a joke. It's way like the numbers. If I make an account, verify my account, and upload regularly, I should be getting my ad revenue. I should be getting any ad revenue that plays. I don't. No small YouTubers. If you find a channel with under 100 or under 1,000 subscribers, chances are they're not monetized. They're not making any money off of what they're doing. And if you ever see an ad on those, that money is going straight to YouTube. I think that's a little sickening, honestly, because the amount of time that you have to put in to get monetized on YouTube, it's the reason everybody goes to Twitch and then just rips VODs. It really is. It sucks. I'm not a fan of YouTube. I don't like the monetization policies. I don't, you get what I'm saying here. Let's stop talking about that now. Let's start talking about some more positive things. I am an affiliate on Twitch. I am affiliated, so I do make money from that. You can subscribe to me on Twitch. That really helps me out. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch if you want to. If you don't use Twitch, you don't like Twitch, then it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna be here on YouTube, but I do want to say that I'm gonna be slowing down a lot. I'm gonna be slowing down on the pre-recorded stuff. The RuneScape vids are gonna slow down just because of where I'm at max wise. It's just it takes forever to get levels and to get clips, so that's the reason that's gonna slow down. The collection log account, I'm gonna have fun with that account, so I'm not gonna bother or I'm not gonna be bothered by trying to make videos. If I get 10,000 views a video and I don't make a dime off of it, I don't care. But if I make 40 or 50 vids in this collection log account and I'm still not monetized, it's just gonna be fucking demoralizing. It really is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying everything I possibly can to beat the YouTube algorithm, and the YouTube algorithm got hands. It really does. So there's a reason that I always ask for likes and subscriptions. It's because algorithm and monetization and everything like that. But like I said, I don't ever expect you guys to donate. It's out there if anybody ever wants to. I even have an Amazon wish list on there just in case somebody who's like, I like this guy. Let me go buy him $6 thermal paste so that oh, we got another hard clue. Nice. Saving my hard clues. We'll do a big clue opening one day. But yeah, buy me some thermal paste so that when I upgrade my computer, I have thermal paste to put on my processor. Like it's just the little stuff like that. I don't expect you guys. I'm not gonna get on here and be like, hey guys, my phone bill's due, so like we're gonna stream until I have enough money to get my phone bill paid. It's not gonna be like that. Um, I'm just telling you guys right now, this is my full-time only job. I also do other things on the side for money, so I don't have to rely just on this. But this is a full-time job for me now. I'm gonna be a full-time Twitch streamer, a full-time YouTuber, and I'm gonna be part-time selling cards when I need to. So I've got lots and lots of sports cards to sell off that I've just been holding because I haven't had time to deal with them, and now I got the time, so I can deal with them. So simple as that. If you're still listening to me ramble, I appreciate it. Thank you for being a real one. Like I really hate how much work that I put into leagues, and it was such a blast. I don't regret it one bit. I had a ton of fun. I love how the videos came out, but I burnt myself out and had a mental breakdown. Just trying to do everything that I needed to do, including working a full-time job, playing leagues full time, and editing all of my league stuff. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, I burnt out, had a mental breakdown, and had to quit my job because I just couldn't do everything. The job was draining me. Everything was draining me. Oh, we finished our task. Nice. Let's go to Durdo and get another task while while we're still rambling. But yeah, I broke. I just didn't know what else to do. I couldn't control it, and I just had a mental breakdown, and I was like, I have to quit my job because it's driving me to this point. And that's what I did, and it's the best decision I've ever made. I think it's the best decision I've made in my entire life is quitting the post office job because I don't want to be stuck doing that forever. I from the day I started, I was like, there's no end goal for me here. I'm driving mail and that's it. There's nowhere to go up. There's no progress to be made. There's a Cerberus task if we want to do Cerberus. I really don't want to do Cerberus, but we can go to the catacombs and kill some hellhounds while I keep talking. Or why don't we go do something else while I'm talking? Let's go do some arty agility. Hold please. Alright, let's do some arty agility and keep talking a little bit, but yeah, that's a little behind the scenes and what's going on in my life, what's going on with the channel and everything. Like I said, this is not a sob story. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for donations. I don't really care. But what I am going to say is Twitch is a lot better with their ad policies. And as a content creator, I'm a lot happier streaming on Twitch than I am posting videos on YouTube. Obviously, number one, it's way easier. There's minimal editing. There's almost no editing. I have to just change scenes and that's fine. But I also like making YouTube videos because I'm somebody who watches YouTube videos. So I know what it's like. I know how much it sucks when somebody does nothing but VODs. So I don't ever want to get to the point where I'm never making, post commentary stuff like this or live commentary stuff, whatever. Yo, Myth, you can leave those and they'll stack. You don't have to pick them up every time. If you guys do RD agility, you don't have to pick these up. You can just leave them and pick them up when you're done. They'll just keep stacking. So yeah, I've got my wish list and my donation links. If you're able, every dollar helps. That's where I'm at right now. Give you a little peek behind the curtains. I have about $4 in income every month that's guaranteed. And that's just interest on my savings. So it's kind of a scary time in my life. I'm turning 29 this year. Might be moving across the country somewhere. I have no idea. I don't know what 2025 is going to look like. I don't know where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be doing. Am I going to still be on Twitch and YouTube? Am I going to be alive? I don't know. But I've never felt more confident about a decision. I've never felt like there's been a decision that's been better for me than going full time on YouTube, becoming a content creator, streaming on Twitch, and just being happier and not killing myself for a company or people who do not fucking care about me. I don't want to be a number. I don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to be a spoke on the wheel. I want to be a content creator who is important to people. I want to get to the point where I post a video and people are happy to click on it. That's my goal. Working for the post office, working for a fencing company, working at a convenience store. I was just a spoke on the wheel. I felt like my life was meaningless. I was going to work miserable. I was going home and I was miserable. Everything was miserable because I'm like, I'm doing this to pay the bills. That's the only reason I'm here. That's the only reason I'm not quitting. I have bills. And I felt like nothing I was doing was important. And once I started streaming on Twitch, once I started hanging out and talking to people, I was like, I can do this. I can do this full time. I can make YouTube videos full time. You like me. You really like me. Like, let's quote the whoever was that, Sally Field, like, you really like me. Um yeah, you guys like me and I enjoy making stuff for you guys. And if I'm going to do something with all of my time rather than driving mail, rather than digging holes and pouring concrete, rather than working a dead-end job where I'm miserable and I hate my life, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do this full time. And if you guys want to support that, I appreciate every little bit of support. I still get a little bit choked up thinking about it, so I'm sorry here, but oh man, let's put it together. Let's finish this video off. As I said, if you guys want more rambling like this, I ramble a lot on Twitch. So if you guys are interested in my thoughts and views and opinions and stuff like that, come follow on Twitch, twitch.tv. Hey, there's a rune crafting lamp. Twitch.tv/nmsplays. I try to make everything as simple as possible. If you guys are ever trying to find me, do my link tree. Link here, let me just type it in. I'm gonna type it in the chat right now. Just do that. Linktree/nmsplays. You'll get all of my important links, every link that I think you guys might need. Social media, all my YouTube channels and everything's there. So I tried to make it as simple as possible. I'm trying to be as professional as possible. I'm not a professional. Trying to act like it, and I'm trying to figure this stuff out. But like I said, I feel like I'm doing something important here, and it makes me want to do it more. Working my dead end job. The thing about the jobs I've worked is there's nowhere to progress. There's no promotions. There's nowhere to go up. Convenience store, fencing company, mail run. You do your job, you get your money, and that's it. There's no progression. There's minimal raises. There's minimal praise. Stuff like you're just a spoke on the wheel. And I think I can do better things than that. I think as an entertainer, as a YouTuber, as an editor, all that kind of stuff, I think I can make a bigger difference on more people by doing this than driving mail to the same 40 post offices every day of my life, driving 200 miles in a circle every day of my life. And listen, I'm not putting those jobs down. If you have a job like that, that's an important job. We need people to do those jobs. The only thing is, if you ever feel like those jobs are just wasting your life and you ever get to that point, you have to go find something that's fulfilling. You can't just stick there because you need bills paid. You can't just stick there because you're comfortable. Sometimes you have to go out on a limb. One of my friends from high school, he was working at Arby's for 13 years. As soon as like his senior year, he started at Arby's. He was a manager there. He was making good money, and he said his mental health just got so bad that he had to quit. I was like, bro, I understand. I get that. These jobs are not meant to like be careers. So if you have a career job, if you have a job you think you can retire from and you can make a life out of and you're happy, by all means keep doing that. Because in my opinion, that's the only goal of life. Do something that makes you happy and do something that keeps you, warm and clothed and fed and everything. Like if you can pay the bills and you're happy doing it, that's amazing. But if you're miserable making ends meet at a dead end job with no hope of promotion, no upward movement, you get a quarter every year or you get like a dollar raise every year, and you're just like, just like me. You're like, I feel like I can do something else with my life better. That's better for my mental health. That's better, as a whole for society. I feel like as a YouTube creator, and we're starting to get into my Twitch VOD where I'm just rambling. So that's why I told you guys to tune out after a while because I'm just rambling now. This is basically a little preview into how I am with Twitch. I'm gonna edit this one up a little bit, but if you want the raw, uncut footage of this, um, yeah, this is how I stream on Twitch. How much are Marks of Grace now? 14 or 17K? Holy shit. I got 14 mil Marks of Grace. Yeah, we need to buy some buyables. All right, now I'm getting distracted. But yeah, as I was saying, I feel rewarded. I feel I feel good about doing this as a job. It's rewarding to me. Every time you guys comment, every time you guys message me on RuneScape, I'm in stopping the Twitch chat. I'm like, I'm making a bigger difference here than I was keeping 12 postmasters happy every day that their mail showed up at the same time. Is that an important job? Of course. Like, one of my friends from high school, Dustin, he took over my job. He loves it. And I hope he keeps loving it. Because, like, these jobs keep the world working. If you work at Walmart, if you work at McDonald's, if you work at Home Depot, you're a waiter at a restaurant. We, as a society, need people to do those jobs. But as a society, I think everybody's mental health is getting worse. I think everybody's life is getting worse just with inflation and current events and everything. Everything is going downhill. Last, you know, God, when when was I born? 95. The last 29 years, everything's just been going downhill. It sucks. I mean, the world is a shitty place, and you know, as a person, don't do things just because you feel you're required to. Don't think that you have to keep working your job because, oh, well, if I call off, then my boss has nobody. That's your boss's problem. That's not you. Don't kill yourself for these jobs. Don't kill yourself and drain your mental health and, just defeat yourself because you think that you think your boss needs you or your company cares. They don't. You're a number to them. There are some bosses out there. My fence boss, he owned his own company. Me and him were the only ones that worked. We installed the fences. There was two guys, my boss that owned the company and me, his worker. And Jay was great. He was a great person. I made a lot of good money. I learned a lot from him. But after 3 years, I was like, I can't move my wrist. I have a torn rotator cuff. My back hurts so much from carrying concrete. Like I still, I installed fences for 3 years. I still have pain to this very day from doing it. My entire body aches, and I'm like, looking back, man, I should have just did something I wanted to do instead. I should have just tried to make streaming happen or tried to make YouTube happen earlier because now I'm facing the side effects and the long-term effects. And I wake up every day in pain. Like it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give you a sob story here. But like I said, I have a torn rotator cuff. It's going to need surgery at this point because it's been torn for 2 or 3 years. Um yeah, I just have backaches. I have knee problems. I have all these problems that came from me killing myself, working 7 days a week. You know, yeah, I was making the best money of my life, working 60 to 70 hours a week, installing fences. I was making more money than I ever made doing that, and I was only getting paid $12 an hour. but at the time, it was important for me. I was young. I didn't know what to do. I had no other hopes and like aspirations. I didn't have a plan. I was applying to like AutoZone and like factory jobs. I was just trying to find something, and I was working in a convenience store, and this guy would come in and play lottery, and he was a fence installer. I'm like, "Hey, um how hard is it?" Like, that sounds like something I would like to do, and he's like, "Well, come on, let's go do it." And I did, and I think that was the right move. It was the right move, and looking back, I wish I woulda got out sooner. I wish I would have done it for a year, been like, "Okay, this is beating me up really bad, and this is aging my body, and I'm hurting, and, like, it's not worth it." My body all those fences that we put in, those were gonna last for years and years, but what are the lasting effects of me working for him? Nothing. The only effects are, like, I quit, and he had somebody within a week. And Jay was a great guy. I texted him on Christmas, and I haven't worked for him in almost 3 years now. But I texted him on Christmas, and I was like, "Hey, thanks for the opportunity. I just wanted to reach out and say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to the family and all that." Because he was a great guy to me. He was like a father figure to me. He was in his I think he was in his late 50s or almost 60, and he taught me everything I know about installing fences, and I can do them to this day just from learning from him. So he was a great teacher, and I was like his apprentice. And I thought at some point when I was like maybe 6 months to 8 months in, I was like, hey, I might be able to do this the rest of my life. I might be able to start my own fencing company and be like Jay and make this money and install these fences for people. And then 2 more years went by, and I was like, You know, I can't bend my wrist. My knee gives out when I turn. Like if I plant my leg and turn, my knee gives out. My rotator cuff is torn. I have so many back issues. I probably have discs out of place. I don't know, but like my lower back is just destroyed. And I look back and I'm like, what did I get out of that? Yeah, I got some money. That money's been gone. I got some knowledge and some experience, but to use that, I have to beat my body up even more. What did I really get out of it? You know, I got to meet Jay, I got to meet some people at work, and I got to play with people's dogs because a lot of people had dogs that they wanted to get fences for. So, why did I do it? I don't know. Just for the money. And looking back, you know, if you're in college right now, if you're in high school right now, this is who I'm talking to. Whenever you get out, don't kill yourself for these companies. Whenever you get a degree, get a good job, work as hard as you can, give it your best. If that's not good enough for them, if they want more, they want more, they're asking for more hours, more, you know, cover more stuff, do more stuff, draw a boundary. Say, look, this is the job I signed up for. And this is another reason that I quit the post office, the mail route. When I first started, the only thing I had to drive was express mail. And that's like overnight stuff. So that means that somebody sent it out, paid a lot of money, like $40, $50. Like so it starts at $30 to send express. So that means somebody needs this there tomorrow and they paid minimum $30 to get it there. And I took pride in making sure that every single express got where it needed to be that day. So like for my whole county, hey, it's editing Nick from the future here. I'm just gonna throw this in here. I didn't even finish this tangent, I don't think. But when I first started, it was just express mail, and then by the end, they were having me take letters with a stamp that doesn't even have tracking information on it. And that's where I was like, this is ridiculous. I'm driving a $4 ground advantage 30 miles into the mountains in a snowstorm. For what? For what? Um, I'm not gonna dox myself, but in my county, if you got express mail in the last year, it came from me. I did that. I brought that to the post office to get it to you that day. And you know, I had a great time doing it. It was the easiest job of my life. All I did was drive around, listen to music, listen to podcasts. But driving and dealing with other drivers and just the assholes on the road, it made me have a mental breakdown. And I said, "That's enough. I'm done killing myself for these jobs because I can find other ways to make money. I have so many sports cards laying around that I have not touched since last year this time because I took the mail route over full time. I was splitting it with Dustin, the guy that I gave it back to. We were splitting it to begin with, and then starting March last year, I was like, I either need this full time or I need a new job because I can't pay my bills on 3 days a week. So I took it over and I started doing it 5 or 6 days a week. And the first few months were great. I was happy. I was a pig in shit. I was making more money than I ever have in my entire life. And I'd come home at the end of the day and I'd go to bed. And I stopped going to concerts. I stopped doing fun stuff because of work. I have to work. I have to go to work. I had work today. I got to work tomorrow. And looking back, I would like to smack myself in the face and be like, look what you're doing. You're not hanging out with your friends. You're not playing games. You're not doing anything you like to do. You're not even playing with the dogs. You're not taking the dogs outside and letting them run around in the yard. Why? Because you're working for the fucking post office. And you're so burnt out as a person, as a human being. You're so burnt out that you're not even, you know, like I'm taking care of the dogs, yes, but like playing with the dogs and letting them have like live their best life for the post office. No, nope, never again. You guys, if you're listening to this still, maybe I'm making sense, maybe I'm not. You have to have priorities in your life. You have to start your priorities at the top, and if you ever start neglecting those, you have to cut stuff off at the bottom. So whatever is your top priority, maybe it's your family, maybe you have kids, maybe you got dogs. Maybe it's your brother and sister. Maybe it's your cousins. Maybe you have to raise, you know, your nephew for somebody. Uh, maybe it's your parents. Maybe you have to take care of them. whatever your top priority is, once you start neglecting that, it's time to go. Time to get a new job. It's time to start looking. It's time to do something else. It's time to switch it up. Time to change up things. You're never gonna know. You're never gonna find out if there's better out there unless you take the risk. Don't quit your job and like make a big deal out of it. Like end your job on good terms, I would say. You know, give them a notice. Be like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna be quitting here in a month. I'm gonna be quitting in 6 months. And don't say 6 months. They'll fire you on the spot. But get a game plan in mind. What you want to do instead. Try a new job. Start applying places, and then tell your job. Be like, hey, like in my case, I was like, hey Jay, just so you know, you're gonna have to find somebody else because my body is so beat up and broken down that I can't keep doing this. It was February. We just had the winter off, and I was coming back. We had maybe 2 weeks off, and the spring fencing season was starting. And I couldn't move my wrist. I couldn't, I could barely walk. And I was like, hey Jay, just so you know, like if you need to start looking for somebody else, go ahead. I can help you out a couple days a week, but I can't do this 6 or 7 days a week anymore. And he understood. He's like, well, that's fine. Like that's cool. I can look for somebody else. I have people asking. I'm like, good. I'm glad you do because I don't want to screw you over because you've been a great boss to me. You've been a great person to me. But I'm killing myself for this job, and neither one of us want that. Like, number one, if I can't use my extremities to do fences, I'm no good to him anyways. So, yeah, I was like, look, just so you know, if you want to start looking for somebody else to replace me, go ahead, but my time here is numbered. My days are numbered. My time is coming to an end, and I see the end in sight. So I'm just warning you ahead of time that I'm going to be out of here soon. And that's how you do it. That's all. You don't have to give 2 weeks notice. That's bullshit. But don't make a big scene and throw like, let's say you're working at Walmart. Don't go knocking shit off the shelves, because then somebody else, like one of your coworkers, is the ones that have to fucking clean it up. Like, don't do that. End it on good terms, move on, and find something else. That's what I did. And that's why we're here on YouTube. And I think that's it. I think I've run out of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna do some agility. Like I said, we're gonna be working on maxing in RuneScape. That's the number one goal for my 2025 plans here on YouTube. I have a lot of goals in mind. I have a lot of things that I want to do, and I'm gonna have the time to do them now. And we're going full time, baby. Full time YouTuber in 2024. Will it work? If I'm still doing it in 2025, it worked. If I'm not, it means I went and found another job and making ends meet. And but I've always enjoyed content creating. I've been doing this for at least 15 years at this point. I started making videos back in like Modern Warfare 2 era, like Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 2. I was making videos on YouTube, so I've been wanting to do this for a very long time, clearly, and we're getting off the ground here, and I think we've got a good thing going. So thank you if you made it this far. I'm sure Jess, you've made it this far. Thank you for everything. And if you're just a random viewer who made it this far, I appreciate it. I appreciate you hearing me out. I hope this advice helps somebody. I don't know if it will. I mean, it's just life advice that I have of just, I live the life so you don't have to, and do what I say, not what I do. That kind of thing. But if I could be a mentor to somebody and help somebody out there, that's great. If not, I'm going to be a funny YouTuber making dumb videos on RuneScape and Isaac and whatever other games I play. So that's the goal. It's what we're doing for 2024. It's full steam ahead, boys. We're gonna make something happen here. But yeah, as I said, all my links are in the description. Streaming on Twitch. We're gonna be doing the collection log account, and about it. That's it for me. My name's Nick. Thanks for watching. This is the State of the Union of my channel. The state of the channel, I guess. 2024 State of the Channel address. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.